Hey, Vike Nation, we're back for another episode of Walking with Our Vikings, and today we're joined with 8th-year veteran athletic trainer Garrett Luna. He's here today. We're going to talk a little bit about heat awareness, wet bulb testing, and what all that means as we've moved through this week in summer and all the craziness of having to adjust and change our practices and competitions due to the heat that we've had. So, Garrett, how you been?
Pretty good. What have you done?
Been really good. Been pretty busy, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
So, we were talking this week just about the heat and the awareness and all the adjustments that we've had to make. And we used to have a device that you would twirl in the air, and that would give you a reading to test, for the safety for our student athletes and our coaches and anyone outside. But we've gotten into some more technology. So explain a little bit about the Kestrel and what it does and how it works.
All right, so this is the Kestrel heat stress tracker. What we do is it tracks the wet bulb globe temperature. So a lot of people hear a lot about the heat index, which is just the ambient temperature in the air and the humidity. This includes the wet bulb globe temperature is that plus the wind and the radiant heat from the sun. So that's what the little globe on top tracks. So it calculates all that and it gives us a number. And then what we do is we compare that with a guideline that has, this is NATA, so National Athletic Trainers Association. That's the one that we follow. There's several different ones that you can follow. And then a lot of it is, just kind of making sure that we stay hydrated. We push fluids. Josh and myself have been walking around with water and Gatorade. Also making sure we take care of our coaches. We just want to make sure everyone's taken care of, especially in this heat. We're trying to get as much work in as we can, but do it safely as we can.
Absolutely, absolutely. So show us a little bit. Give us a quick reading here at Pat Mancuso Field. Give us a quick reading for today. As you see in the backdrop, football is warming up and practicing today. So give us a quick reading.
All right, so all we do is we turn it on, flip that bad boy open. They normally say, so it's going to say it's hotter because it's closed out, but it'll give us a reading. And what we do is it's instantaneous, but we try to let it sit in the air, kind of get a better reading, calibrate with its surroundings. So if it's, right now it's in the red, that would only be an hour for no protective gear. It'll go back down, kind of rate bounces between orange and red. So like I said, we calculate, or we look at that, we look at the guidelines. So if it's in the orange, it would be no more than a 2-hour practice, just shoulder pads and helmets. 4 water breaks, at least 4 minutes each. And, we just communicate with our coaching staff, just let them know, and they, there's never any issue. We'll just say, hey, this is for their benefit, this is safety, and it's pretty easy. So like I said, just turn this thing on. It's set on the wet bulb globe temperature on the screen. And we let it calibrate for a little bit. And then right now it says it's in the orange. And this little bad boy is bleeping. So it has a light flasher when it changes from, different settings. If it goes from orange to red, it'll beep and flash. So we just kind of communicate with our coaches. And if it's a really hot day, we'll check it probably every 15 minutes. If it's kind of in the middle, we can do every 30 minutes just to kind of make sure we keep track on it, because it changes. Like, we'll come and check it at about 1:30, 1 o'clock, let our coaches know, and then we'll come back and check it every 30 minutes, or like I said, every 15 minutes.
Wonderful. And the old adage, because we're here in the stadium and it is an artificial surface, when we're out in our grass facilities, it could be a little less temperature-wise. There's typically maybe a 7 to 10 degree difference potential between artificial to natural grass sometimes. And then, of course, if we're at our tennis courts or running cross-country, asphalt and concrete could be completely different as well. So we've got to check all of our areas and get a different reading, a different comparison. So you guys spend a lot of time going around and hitting all of our spots.
That's right. So we'll say, like I said, it's about 8 to 10 minutes or 8 to 20 minutes calibrated. Don't kind of hang out. It'll change. Like, it's already changed a few times to stand here. But that also, like I said, that wet bulb globe temperature, it includes the air and the radiant heat. So if it's breezy, it'll go down, and then when the breeze goes away, it goes back up. So like I said, if it stays too long in a certain dangerous area, then we'll say, hey coach, we need to go to the grass. Or if it's like a full padded practice, we'll say, hey, we'll take off the shoulder pads, and then if it's still bad, we can move to the grass, that type of thing. So we can kind of adjust how it is.
All right, I know you got to get back to practice. I really appreciate you spending some time with Vike Nation, talking a little bit about safety. But I got one last question. So you and one of our other athletic trainers, Josh Horner, when you travel in our league on Friday nights, you like to stop for some pregame meals. So throughout the GMC, your favorite stop before a Friday night football game?
Has to be Mad Mike's.
Mad
Up in
Mike's.
Hamilton. so we love going there. Mad Mike's or Chipotle is always a consistent. So.
Okay, wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to this Friday night as we head to Lakota West. We're looking forward to a great fall season. We thank you for what you're doing for our student athletes and our coaches. And as always, go Vikes.